have to check yourself and ask yourself, who are the kind of people that I am attracted to?
Yeah.
Right, hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl Adetola once again, guys. And today, as you can see, and if you're not seeing, I wonder why. I have somebody special here with me today, an amazing friend. His name is Sharon, so I'm going to allow him to introduce himself, introduce his brand. I know everything that they need to know about you. Just tell us.
Okay. My name is Sharon, the guy with the girl's name. Fine boy seated beside Kemi.
Pride.
I am what am I saying? I'm a human being. I'm a cool guy, fine boy. I am a fashion designer.
Okay.
I'm into bespoke and anything wearable for guys, just guys.
Right. Nice. Okay, I'll be putting.
And I'm single.
Yes, that was important. He's single, guys. Okay, I'll be putting his Instagram handle somewhere around so you guys can check match threads, right?
Yes.
Like, he is amazing. I'm not even lying. Like, just go and check him out and you will love it. And please patronize. And don't just go and check, patronize also. Okay, so we're going straight into this video. And guys, this video doesn't have like a particular name. It's more like a chit chat video because we are going to be touching a lot of aspects. We're going to be talking about insecurities. We are going to be talking about being toxic. Okay, guys, if you do not already know, I have a series on insecurities and you can go ahead and watch it. I'll be leaving the links to that video down in the description box. So do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment on this video if you love it. Like, so we'll be going straight up into this video. My first question is, have you ever felt insecure about anything before?
Yes, anything or be specific.
No, anything at all. It could be looks, it could be actually insecurities can come from any area of life. So I don't want to be like specific and say in your looks, or some people it's how they talk, you know, right? Yeah, insecure.
I cannot be from my looks because I'm a fine boy.
Okay. Yes, true.
Okay. I think the strongest of all is relationship insecurities.
Okay.
Yeah. Not like I've really dated, but I've told this several times. So you have an idea now. The rejection from women, from ladies, girls, the female gender.
How can you put reject a fine boy?
I tired.
I mean, how?
You don't get taste for better men here. So like, well, it started from my first relationship. It was going fine. We did it for like 5 years or so.
5 years, wow.
4 years or so. It was that long. And we broke up for no just reason. Like, there was no particular reason for the breakup. Like, there was no serious reason for the breakup. And it was weird to me because I was trying to like get back.
Okay.
Because it was just, if we had issues and we broke up, I would understand, but you breaking up with me for no just reason was just somehow like, just from no, like, I asked, why did you break up? He said nothing. If you had told me something, it would mean there was something on ground. But nothing means you don't have a value. Like, she just woke up and like, I am done. Like, that was where the whole thing started, and I felt so bad. I couldn't get over the whole breakup for like a very, very long time. I'm talking 1-2 years plus.
Wow.
And even while I was trying to like recover, okay, let me finally get over this whole problem. You meet someone, you guys are getting cool, this and that, relating. It was just going smoothly, and you ask the person, and the person was like, no, I cannot date you. And like, why? The person will tell you, you're a cool guy, you're a nice guy, you're a this, you're a that, the good parts. Okay. But they cannot. Like, why? Tell me why.
Know. I think that's like a very important topic that we have to talk about. People not wanting to date the nice guys. And here, even a guy will tell a lady, you're too good for me, or you get, you're too good for me, I cannot date you. And for me, it doesn't make sense because I'm too good. That is why you should date me. So why are you telling me I'm too? Don't give people that reason. That's a very
Because it's obviously a reason why we broke up.
So how did you have you dealt with that insecurity in relationships, or you are still on it?
Right now I'm cool. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
You're done. So do you have like an advice for people going through that same kind of insecurity? Like, what did you do?
Go and read Mark Manson's The Subtle Act of Not Giving a Fuck.
Okay.
I started reading the book this year, and it has really helped me because
I read the book too.
Aside the first relationship, I had one recently and similar issues. I was kind of feeling rejected. The energy I was putting into the relationship wasn't what the other person was putting from my own perspective. But we had issues, broke up, and it was sad. It was as if it's like a recurring stuff. People just
Yeah,
reject you
yeah.
because they feel you are not good enough. And I looked at it like I see myself to be a nice guy, cool guy. Like, but why are these things happening? I felt so bad. I felt as though I could never get into a relationship again because I was not good enough. But reading that book enlightened me, and I realized that these things happen. I guess first thing you have to do while dealing with your insecurities is just knowing that things happen. You can't always please everyone.
True.
Because someone breaks up with you doesn't mean you are a bad person.
Doesn't.
The person doesn't want you, fine, you move on. If the person doesn't want you and you force yourself to be with the person, you're just belittling yourself. Just
Exactly.
recognize the fact that this life goes beyond that. Just move on.
True.
Deal with the pain. It's going to be painful, but just accept the fact that, okay, this guy doesn't like me, or this person doesn't like me. Whoa, that is bad. You have to recognize the fact that it's bad. Don't hide and form I'm a strong guy.
Yes.
Recognize it's bad,
True.
then you move. You just move.
Okay. And I feel like rejection is like a normal thing in life.
Yes,
Rejection,
it is.
not just relationship wise.
Yeah,
Sometimes you go
everything.
for something, maybe an interview, and you hear no, you get rejected, no matter how good you are. Sometimes
Yeah.
like Nigeria is who they want, that they will end up.
Yeah, sure.
You tend to hear no's and no's and no's a lot. So I feel like everybody has to learn how to handle rejection,
Yeah.
because we have all been rejected in one way or another by someone or something. Okay, thank you so much for sharing. That was really.
You're welcome. Man, it's pretty
You
specific.
guys already know my own insecurity.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I'm
pretty
over
specific.
it though. Like my forehead.
I have forehead too.
I
Forehead.
said it. I said this in like my
See
I don't
my
know
forehead.
my video on insecurities. I mean, and that was like my biggest insecurity. But look at me now. I'm wearing braids.
Well, I'm a fan of your forehead. I've always been a fan. So
Yes,
why were you
but
insecure
it
about
was.
it? Well, it
I
doesn't
don't
matter,
even
sure,
know.
I get.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I felt it didn't fit me. Like God should have just sculpted my forehead.
Rihanna has forehead now. Come
Yes.
on.
But I'm over it actually. I feel like some things that we are so insecure about now, when you grow up with age and time, then you
Yeah.
realize that it wasn't worth it. Like
At all,
this
it's
is
not
not
worth it.
yes. And about the relationship insecurity thing and rejection from relationship, sometimes it's not your fault, it is their fault.
Yeah, true.
But then again, we should like know the kind of persons we approach. Because sometimes I feel if something reoccurs so much, then you have to check yourself and ask yourself, who are the kind of people that I am attracted to?
Yeah,
So
sure.
it could be like a two-way thing when handling a relationship. Have you ever been pressured to be liked by someone or anyone before? Like people pleasing. Do you have that issue? Like you always have that pressure to have to please somebody. And how have you dealt with it?
Yes, I guess it's actually started like a family thing, not like pleasing, but like reaching out to people.
Okay.
I grew up in a family where my dad was always reaching out to so many people. Like people always come to him, family, work, other places. So like the whole thing rubbed down on us too. Me especially as the firstborn. I'm one of the few graduates in my family, not to brag, but like there's this whole responsibility on me that I am this big person. So there are so many people under me who look up to me, coming to me for help,
Okay.
this and that. And if you don't help, it will be as though you're a bad person. You understand? But then you can't help everybody.
True.
You can't help everybody. I realized that I was helping people, and I would look at myself and realize that I'm not helping myself the way I'm helping people. It's more like I give people my 80% and I just have 20%.
Yeah.
And
You do too much for people.
not nice. So I just realized that the best way to live your life is do for yourself first,
Yeah. True.
your family, your loved ones first, before you reach out to any other person. Because at the end of the day, if you have issues, those
It's
people,
your family.
those
It's your
people,
family
yeah,
for
sure,
you.
your family.
Yeah.
Those people you help wouldn't help you because they feel you don't even need our help. So just help the people we know you can help. Worst case scenario is that if you're in trouble or anything happens, you still have people you look up to. If people hate you for not reaching out to them, that is their business. On your own part, you've tried.
Yeah.
If 100 people come to you, if it's just 3 people you can help,
Help.
help them.
Okay, for me, my own pressure came from, I don't know. Yes, like you said, family. Like family will impact that on you because your family will make you understand that you have to be good everywhere. You have to be nice to everybody. And for some of us, it stays with us even when it's negative to our own well-being. So sometimes you find me trying to put myself in situations that I would not normally do because of somebody. I don't want somebody to feel bad. I want to please this person. I know that okay, I'm very sick, but then these people call on me and I'll run like okay, because I don't want the person to feel sad. And what I learned is that you cannot always make yourself uncomfortable for people. Like, and anything I do that I don't do in my heart, right? Like at the end of the day, there's no reward, there's no blessing. I'm just inconveniencing myself. And the truth is that I'm a good person. I'm not even lying. I'm a good person, so I know that I try my best for people. So for those that my best is not enough for, it's like okay, bye. I've tried, so I can't come and kill myself. Yes, I can't, and I've had to learn that the hard way. Sometimes I do things that my friends are like, babe, you know they tire, like rest now, and I'll be like, oh god, this person will be angry. I'm always bothered. This person. But the truth is that you cannot come and kill yourself. For anybody, you just have to do you and learn how to balance things because people get used to things, but like for example, I tell my friend something, wherever you are, but try and be yourself. You get. So sometimes people get used to things, like they get used to how do I put this? Okay, they get used to you
being good to them.
Not that condoling their bad behavior. I don't know how to put that in English. Yes, they get okay. Let me say they get used to you condoling their bad behavior, so they know that okay, when I come to Kemi will accept me the way I am. Definitely, I will accept you the way you are. But then there are boundaries. That's what I've learned to understand now. So I'm not going to risk my life anymore for anybody. I've grown. I'm not, and I'm going to try my best as much as I can, but I will not inconvenience myself anymore.
And if I thought you have to stress yourself, you know it's for people that are worth it.
Thank you.
Like,
people that can do it for you.
Can do it back for you.
Thank you. Yes. People that can do it for you.
I can stress myself for you.
Exactly. I don't stress myself for Sharon now. I can't. Now Sharon go way back. But that year Sharon used to form for me.
Me, I used to form for you now. Why you lying?
When we in KD.
I was shy. I was not coming, I was shy.
Sharon used to fall for me that year, but you know, thank God. God did this thing, brought us close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally agree with what Sharon said. You can stress yourself for people that will stress themselves for you. You know your friends. You know your...
Like, if you give someone 100% energy and you're sure the person is going to give you 100% energy back.
Yes.
The whole thing should be, what do you call it? Is this symbiotic?
Neutral.
Benefits of each other. Not just one-sided stuff. Okay,
sure. So now I'm going to be asking you a would you rather question as my final question here. Okay. So, would you rather go without having your bath for a month or go without brushing your teeth for a month? Which would you rather do?
I would go without brushing my teeth for a month. Worst case scenario, I don't talk to people, or when I'm talking to you, Is it even
possible not to talk to people?
No, I'll talk to people, but I'll find how do you find dodge. But like if you go without batting, even from a distance, people would observe. You wouldn't even feel comfortable, like you're heavy and stuff.
Both of them.
Last case, man, very very hard. But if I had to choose, I would go without brushing my teeth.
But I feel like you have to talk to people. This is hard. I can't even answer the question which one I would rather do.
We're just being real. Like it's very, very.
But seriously, if you don't have your bath, I feel like after some days, people would know.
Yes.
It will become obvious that.
That's why I picked the other option.
Both of them, you shall smell. Don't do any of them, basically. Please brush your teeth every day and have your bath every day. Twice a day for both. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for coming here, Sharon. I really had fun. I had fun doing this with Sharon, and you guys will see him.
I was just staring at her fine face.
You will see him often. Hopefully.
Yeah, can't see we match. We actually match.
If he doesn't travel and leave me in this Abuja town, you guys are going to be seeing him more often
I would love to do this
on my channel. Thank you so much. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to comment. Leave a comment. We said a lot.
Very important.
So say something.
Like, comment.
Subscribe, like,
comment on your features, what you've seen.
Yes.
Actually, yes, it's true. Don't you think we are a perfect match? We look like a perfect match. Melanin popping.
Comment on it. Maybe
Oyinbo beauty.
maybe
Oyinbo.
if we have 100 yeses.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.